Hello there, and welcome to this edition of Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I am Sue Johnson here at the 100-year-old Karamu with two very important folks who are going to be, one who has been responsible and one who's getting ready to be responsible for the continuing growth and development of this historical institution. And because we are on tech time, we're going to spend a few minutes talking to the artistic director, almost said Tony Simon, Terrence Spivey first, and then we do want to introduce Tony Sias, who is going to be the new executive director effective October the 1st. So we'll chat with him shortly, but first, let's spend a minute talking with Terrence about everything that he's involved in, including Dreamgirls opening preview this Thursday. And now let's spend a few minutes talking to Terrence Spivey, artistic director, who has always got his hands full around Karamu with productions and special events and so many things. It's difficult to catch up with you. But currently now, Dreamgirls is opening this week.
Yes.
Thursday night is preview night. And tell us about how to get tickets and how to call in for tickets to not only preview night, but the whole run of the play.
Yes, you buy tickets 216-795-7077 in the box office or caramelhouse.org to get tickets. And there's also group sales as well.
Okay, and that's with Cassandra Wheeler,
Cassandra Wheeler,
who is in
special
charge
rates.
of group sales.
Yes.
But now you are getting ready to start working with a new executive director of Karamu.
Yes.
How does that set with you? What are your reactions?
An artistic epiphany.
Hot dog, I love it, because now maybe your life will be even more productive than it has been these years.
Yes.
And that you will have a working relationship, and we're going to be talking to Tony shortly. So now, tell us about Dreamgirls. Well, what's the basic plot line?
Well, Dreamgirls is basically an inspiration from Motown and the Supremes and all the other groups, Temptations. And Michael Bennett, one thing I like about him, because the chorus line, the good thing about this piece is about showbiz.
Yes.
And it shows the machinery behind the scenes of showbiz. And that's one thing I like about Michael Bennett, even with the way he did a chorus line, is behind the stage.
And Michael Bennett is a director, choreographer,
director, producer, the late Michael Bennett, I must say.
Okay.
And we have a wonderful cast, local performers, and it's been quite a dream. It's basically a revival because Mike Malone, the late Mike Malone, directed the show back in the late 80s. So it's kind of a continuation of the 100th anniversary, like we did the Wiz last spring, closing last season. Yes.
And so there's a lot. Offhand, do you recall the upcoming season, some of the productions you'll be doing beyond Dreamgirls?
Yes, in October we have a piece called Force Continuum. In October, that piece is a standard procedure that police officers and security guards use in how they handle suspects.
Okay.
And of course
that should be fascinating.
Yes, we're doing that piece in terms of the social justice series. And we're bringing back Black Nativity.
For the Christmas annual
celebration.
Special.
It had like a 3-year break.
Okay.
It's coming back new and improved.
Hot dog.
In terms of costumes, set, everything. We have a wonderful piece by Dominique Moroso called Detroit 67. That's for Black History Month. And that piece there is basically about the race riots that happened in Detroit in 1967.
Okay. And then they ended up in Cleveland.
The Huff riots, from what I understand.
Yes, I was just a mere child when that happened. But it is scary. I still have the image I never forgot was at the time my younger sister worked at the doctor's medical office right there at 105th and Wade Park. So I rode with my dad while he drove her there. It was like out of one of the science fiction movies. And on each corner there were two military guys, one at ease and one with fixed bayonet.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was what it was like back then. And that's an image I never forgot, along with the image of the convoys coming down Lee Road to get to, the main part of the city. So,
Right.
and it was like, what is that movie, The Martian, the War of the Worlds, or
The War of the
something?
Worlds, yes, yes. It was
Ooh,
War of the Worlds.
speaking of film, we have some guests here tonight.
Good segue.
Yeah, good segue. We're going to be talking to Leon Bibb
Okay.
shortly. We're
Yes.
going to be talking to Peter Lawson Jones.
Yes.
Everybody knows who he is along with Leon. But
Mm-hmm.
in the meantime, let's chat with you for just a moment. Dave Thomas is the film producer. And you directed. That was your
Yes.
first film piece that
My,
you directed?
my first film short, yes. I did direct a little small piece here a couple of years ago at the Green Studio where they do all the special effects.
Yes.
It was a piece based on a film short, based on, actually a play called a hip-hop Aesop.
Okay.
And we did the piece of The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah, okay.
We did a little
Yeah.
snippet of that with a young Chris Webb. And we didn't get a chance to finish it, still on the, somewhere in the...
Post-development,
Yeah,
on a
post-development
shelf
somewhere.
somewhere.
So that was the first thing I worked on, and this is the first film. And I love cinema, so it was just a good fit for me.
And as a, let's say, kind of a brand new film director,
Yes.
more or less, what were some of the exciting things? What were some of the challenges? And what did you kind of learn from this experience?
Sound,
Lights.
no, sound, what was the other one? Slate,
Okay, slating your name.
action.
Action, yes. Did you actually have the clapper?
And we had someone else to do that. They had the
Okay.
clapper girl.
Clapper girl.
Yes.
So, but it was kind of like a real Hollywood experience in the sense that you had the cameras, the sound, the lighting, the actors, the
Right.
set.
Right.
So tell us.
It's a lot
just,
very, one thing too is compared to theater, it's a lot more tedious. Because
yes.
because I worked on films before, and in New York is extra. The piece Crocodile Dundee was the first
Oh,
film I
sure,
worked on,
sure.
and it was a lot of work. It most of the time it takes it up. The time is moving the cameras around,
Yes.
and
Was
that's
this a two-camera shoot or one
it's like
camera?
three
You had
camera.
three
Yeah.
cameras.
Well, you mean
Okay.
for the no, just
No,
one.
for Man
Just-
in the Box.
It was like
Yeah.
it's two different. That was the red camera, and I forgot the name of the other camera. The red
Okay.
camera, by the way, is a new technology where you shoot a far back shot,
Yes.
and if you want to get a close up, you can go into post production and do the close up.
Close-up. Wow.
That's a new
Modern
technology
technology.
there. Yeah. So it was a joy to do the piece particularly because of the community being in Fairfax, and that's where it was shot, right off of 90th at the corner of Quincy here. And when I pass by that lot now, it has a whole different meaning. That's where we shot this on
Yes.
location. And it was about this, I'll say box from another planet, like brother from another planet. And this box lands, and it causes the community to come out
Okay.
and have conversation, even from the west side. And of course, Leon Bibb comes as the reporter, and Peter Lawson Jones plays Mayor Langston.
Okay.
And we had a lot of the actors work at Karamu. Some of them were in it.
I
And
recognize
it actually
some
brought a
them,
couple of
yes.
community folks out who
Cool.
ended up being in the piece as well. So yeah, it was a joy. It was wonderful to do it.
Okay,
It's
well,
just the
I didn't
beginning.
want to ask you too many questions because between Leon and Peter and Dave Thomas,
Yeah.
I want to go into a little more detail about the film, what it was about, the concept, and so forth. How long did the shoot take you as the director?
They call it guerrilla filmmaking, 3 days.
That was pretty
They
darn
call it guerrilla
tight.
style filmmaking.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
3 days. I never thought I'd get in under that category. I know guerrilla filmmaking, but I never thought I'm doing guerrilla filmmaking here.
It
3
just-
days.
And that was in and out.
Yes, which was a good thing because it causes a certain urgency too, because you
Yes.
have to, in actors' bodies you can see it, so
Yeah.
it causes a certain urgency throughout the piece. So
Sounds
3 days.
good. Yeah. Okay. So we've got to look forward to Man in the Box, which we're going to learn more about in terms of this film production. And David Reynolds, our chair, is
Chair.
not here, but he was involved
Yes,
in
he had a cameo.
yes, the idea
Yes.
of doing the film.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear more about it shortly, but we hope that if not the entire film, because it's a 30-minute piece.
10 to 15.
Oh, it's shorter.
It's a film short,
Okay.
yeah.
Whether or not it's finished in time to qualify for the Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival starting in just a couple days. And it'll run for about a week or so, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. So, yes,
Quickly,
sir.
it's also written by Mary Weems, our
It
playwright,
was?
the wonderful playwright here in Cleveland, yes.
Wow, I
It's
didn't
written by Mary
realize
Weems,
that.
screenplay by Mary Weems.
Mary Weems,
Yes.
we've had her on the show. She is beyond, what did you say, dynamite?
Yes.
She's beyond that. She is quite an artistic, brilliant craftsperson in the arts. So you'll enjoy this piece and hope you'll come out and see it at the Urban Film Festival coming up in the near future. So, Mr. Terrence Spivey, we're going to have you dismissed with your
Thank you.
busy self
Thank
now
you. Thank you.
to go back to tech, one of the tech nights, because
Yes.
we're opening on Thursday with Dream Girls. And what you want to do is call 216-795-7070. Ask for the box office so that you can get your tickets. I tried very shortly after I knew tickets were available to get opening night, and it was sold out already. So I will be here on Saturday to see how the show is doing. Another Karamu blockbuster under the direction of Mr. Terrence Spivey, and also coming up the short film called Man in the Box, and it's being at the Cleveland Urban Film Festival. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
We're going to get
Thank you,
you
as
out of here
always.
now so you can
Okay.
go back and do dancing and singing and
Acting
doing
and
Dream
tap dance,
Girls.
everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot. What we're going to do now is say goodbye to Terrence, and then we are going to welcome a couple of more of our guests here at Karamu. Don't go away. Hello there.